Well, hello there. If you are seeing this, you are one of my 8 Facebook friends, or you Googled lady that wears a sweater but no pants, and now you're really disappointed because we're going to talk about finance. More specifically, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and if you should be holding it. Bitcoin started as a very noble idea in 2009 when the central banks just couldn't stop printing money. A lot of people got concerned, and rightfully so. It did devalue your currency. But you know how sometimes we just can't have nice things? That's what happened to Bitcoin. It was a noble idea and then it went downhill real quick. So let's look at it and see if you should be holding this abomination of a currency or not. Our first buzzword is digital currency. Woohoo! What a new age word. What a fancy, sexy word. So you're telling me I can go online and buy goods and services with a piece of code, because that's all that digital currency is. It is written code. Ones and zeros. My God, that is incredible. Have we ever heard this before? Have we? Yes. Every single time you paid something online with a credit card, ever. This isn't new. You've been using digital currency for years. We just put some new age glitter on it, made it sparkle, and everybody was on board. The next fancy buzzword is my personal favorite, blockchain. Blockchain sounds so aggressive, like it's a UFC fighter. That's a good UFC name, blockchain. And that's really all it is. It's a fancy name, one that I like. I think it's great. But looking at it, what is blockchain? Blockchain is a bunch of private computers who are all validating the same transaction, which makes it very safe. Well, I wonder where we heard that before. That's a great concept. Who came up with that? The New York Stock Exchange 200 years ago. It's called time and sales. We have recorded transactions like that on multiple ends for 200 years. It's not new. We just put a fancy name on it and we all fell for it. I know I did. I still like the name, blockchain. Our last buzzword is a boring one, but an important one. The crypto wallet. It already sounds like a punchline, doesn't it? The crypto wallet. Well, some of you are probably under the impression that you currently own Bitcoin. Well, you don't. If you would actually own Bitcoin, you would have the actual code stored on a ledger that you take offline until you use it again. Now I'm going out on a limb here and I'm going to say 99% of you do not know what a crypto code looks like. And that's okay. Just be aware that all you own is the promise of some completely unregulated exchange that says, trust me, you own Bitcoin, it's fine, don't ask too many questions. And if that goes south and the crypto bros run off with your money, you're not even insured. It's like the wild, wild west and nobody's watching, so giddy up. There is a lot to say about crypto and the exchanges and everything we just tackled. But if we go back a little bit and we zoom out, there's really just one giant bet being made here. Our fiat currency is going to collapse or not? And if that happens, are we going to run towards Bitcoin instead? Well, there's no crystal ball that can tell us how our economy will react to a collapsed currency, except for there are actually 2 countries right now that had their currency collapse. So let's see how Bitcoin's doing over there. Let's look at Zimbabwe, our first country. Things are not so hot down there right now. You need an entire wheelbarrow full of money to buy a loaf of bread. Well, that's pretty much what you're predicting, right? So Bitcoin should be off the hook down there. Except for, nah, it's not. Because the government said, it's not allowed. It's not a currency. You can't use it. And if you can't use it, how much is it exactly worth? Nothing. It's worth nothing. So what do the people of Zimbabwe currently use to survive? Gold! That's not really new now, is it? We've done it for 6,000 years. If you are a fan of the government or not, you need to somewhat play on their side. Because a currency that you cannot use stores no value. So then let's look at the second country that had a very unfortunate collapse of currency. Let's look at Venezuela. Venezuela has a staggering inflation rate of 650%. That's just, right? So crypto must be, off the hook. Nah, it's not though. The government didn't outlaw it, but it slapped a 20% tax on it. Why did it do that? Because it can. That's what governments do. So, bam, 20% of your store of value is gone. So what do people use in Venezuela to survive? Can you guess? Yes! it's gold. It's been gold for 6,000 years and it's gold again. So in conclusion, would I ever hold Bitcoin over gold? No. In fact, I don't hold any Bitcoin right now. Well, look at you. You made it to the end of the video. Good. So now we're coming to the public service announcement. This one's personal. It really gets to me. I want to talk about financial MLMs. Multi-level marketing finally found its way into finance. And it couldn't be a bigger shit show. It's like Bernie Madoff and the Joker having a love child. That's how bad it is. Let's start with the finance part. It's become very hip to advertise that trading is easy, everybody can do it. Well, if everybody could do it, everybody would do it. In fact, only 1 to 2% of traders are consistently profitable, because that's what real trading looks like. Consistent profits. It's not Lambo to the moon one day and then you call it a day. No. 1 to 2%, I wouldn't like my odds there, would you? So now let's look at the other part, the MLM. That's a doozy. That's really great. And that's not me saying it. That is 167 companies saying that. Because out of the 167 multi-marketing companies, 92% of the people made no money. They lost money. Say it louder for the people in the back. 92%. That's terrible. And what bothers me the most is that these people are targeting young people that actually want to better their life. You know, it takes a special kind of person to come home after like a 2-hour commute and an 8-hour day and say, I want to sit down and learn about trading. I want to build something better for me in my future. And if it was up to me, all these MLM people can go straight to hell. I see you next week in the next installment of The World is on Fire and Nothing Works.